Hello mathematicians. Today we see a very nice CSIR problem. It is real analysis problem asked in December 2018 part A problem. Okay. One nice thing about this problem is this problem require one nice idea. If you once you got that idea, then the problem is immediate. But the idea is very useful for other problem also. Let's see what is that idea. Let f of x equal to sin x by x if x not equal to 0, 1 if x equal to 0. Okay. Basically, this function is from R to R. Okay. Now, the question is this function f is discontinuous. Discontinuous means discontinuous at some point. Continuous function but not differentiable. That means that it is continuous but it is not differentiable at some point and differentiable only once. It means that f prime exists, f dash exists, but f double prime does not exist. So differentiable only once. Last option is differentiable more than once. Okay, so let's see how to approach this problem. If you notice, already I have marked the correct option. Actually, this function is differentiable more than once. We're going to prove that this function is infinite differentiable infinite number of times. Okay, like f1 fy f first derivative, second derivative, third derivative, derivative of all order exist for this function. Okay, first we want to do this integration. Okay, f of x equal to integral 0 to 1 cos tx dt. So if you integrate this function, you will get sin tx by x. Note that we are integrating with respect to t. Now the integration limit is from 0 to 1. So 0 to 1, if you substitute 0 to 1, you get a sin x by x. You have to substitute the limit for t. So when you substitute 1 here, you get sin x by x. When you substitute t equal to 0, you get sin 0 by x. Okay, note that x is we are x is a fixed scalar. Okay, we are integrating with respect to t. So you have to substitute the value 0 only to t. So this x remains x. So sin 0 by x, that will be 0. So minus 0. So what we are observing is this function sin x by x is actually equal to integral 0 to 1 cos tx dt. Okay, that is our first observation. Now let's look at the options. They are saying that the function is discontinuous. Okay, now f of x equal to sin x, the numerator function is continuous, the denominator function is continuous for all x not equal to 0. Okay, so therefore their quotient is also continuous for x not equal to 0. Okay, now we want, so for x not equal to 0, for non-zero real numbers, this function f of x is continuous because it is quotient of continuous function. So at 0 we have to check the continuity, but at the 0 if you calculate the, so we know that limit extends to 0, sin x by x, this limit is equal to 1. Therefore its left limit is also equal to 1, right limit is also 1. Therefore, and this 1 is the function value given here. Therefore the function is continuous at the point 0. Okay, okay, note that a function is continuous at the point uh, 0 if limit x tends to 0 minus f of x. This should be equal to limit x tends to 0 plus f of x. This should be equal to f of 0. This is the definition of continuous functions. Okay, left limit and right limit should be equal to the function value at that point. So all these conditions are satisfied. Therefore, f is a continuous function, not 0 also. Therefore, f is a continuous function. Therefore, first option is wrong. So now we want to think about differentiability only. For differentiability, we will use this definition of sin x by x. Okay, note that how to use the, okay. So we want to, the question is, can we differentiate this function? Equivalently, we show that this function, I mean these two functions are same. Equivalently we show that this function is differentiable, infinitely many times differentiable. Let's see why. For that, note that this is a integral. Okay, we want to differentiate a integral. So for that, this is very important rule, Leibniz integral rule. There are many problems in CSIR exam asked like this. They will give you a integration. You have to differentiate it. Okay, so let's see what is Leibniz integral formula. Consider the integral a of x to b of x, a function of x and t dt. Okay, this a of x to b of x means that like integral x to x square plus 2, then x square plus t dt, this kind of integration. So this upper limit is also a function of x, lower limit is also function of x. Okay, given such integral, it's this integrand should be it should not be infinity. Okay, that is this condition means. Now if you want to differentiate this integration, so you have this nice formula. Okay, so try to note down this formula in your notebook. Now we are in the very nice situation because these are all constant function 0, constant function 1. So if you substitute, like if a of x and b of x are constant functions, you see there is a derivative. Okay, so if a of x and b of x are constant, derivative of constant functions is 0. So you will get only this term. Okay, so you get d by dx of integral a to b f of x comma dt equal to this term. So integral a to b dou by dou x f of x comma dt. Here a and b are functions. Here a and b are constants like 0 to 1 in our problem. Okay, so let's now check what is the first derivative of sine x by x. This is equal to d by dx of what is the value of sine x by x? This is integral 0 to 1 cos tx dt. So this partial derivative of cos tx will be t times sine tx. There will be a minus. The differentiation of cos tx will be cos x will be minus sin x for that reason. So now we are doing partial derivative with respect to x. Therefore, this t is constant. So we get a t in front. Okay. So therefore, the first derivative of sin x by x will be equal to minus integral 0 to 1 t times sin tx. Now we will check whether second derivative exists. So second derivative means we have to integrate this function again. So t by we have to differentiate this function again. So d by dx of this integration, again we use the same formula. This d by dx by Leibniz rule, this d by dx go inside, it will be partial derivative. Note that this t everything is constant. We are differentiating with respect to x. Differentiation of sin tx will be t times cos tx. Already there is a t, so you get t square. So what happens is, so second derivative is also exists. This is the second derivative. Now if you do the third derivative, this cos will become again minus sine. There will be t cube. So it keeps going. That means that all the higher order derivative we can keep calculating using Leibniz rule. Okay. Therefore, the last option is correct. Differentiable more than once. But what is more true is it is differentiable infinitely many times. Okay. So it is called a smooth function. Okay. Now this function is called a sinc function. It is very important function in signal theory. Okay. Okay. So if you learned something new in this video, please subscribe and click the like button and share with your friends. Thank you guys.